Welcome to Gamers Rise Up on Extremely Live. Go check it out. Great content blasting 24/7. We are here with Millicent Osnes and Sam Schild. As always, I am Micah Rock and Roll. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? How was your week?
It was great. Amazing. Just lots of, drinking Celsius and hyperventilating. Lots of good stuff. Lots of good shit.
That's good. That's the good stuff.
Can we talk about that snowstorm?
Oh,
wow.
man.
How about that fucker, huh?
It's a doozy.
I was at work the other day and everyone was complaining about, like, all of the people that grew up here about how, like, they never got any days off school.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, I had to go to school like 2 feet of snow. And I was expecting a lot more than this.
Yeah.
It looks shitty.
Well, I mean, it just melts away immediately.
Yeah.
Thanks, global warming.
Thank you.
Speaking of, last we talked, your mom was about to be a Fox News star.
Yes.
Now, I've only seen one clip of Jesse Waters audibly confessing his love for your mother.
Yeah.
That's the only clip I saw. So how did it go?
I think it went very well. I think it could have gotten a lot worse.
Yeah.
I think that, did I tell you that they really wanted her to dress up like a butterfly?
Yes.
Yeah. And so I think that if that happened, she would have lost all respect from the Fox News community. And in the end, I don't think there was much she probably didn't make a big impact on the world, but it was hilarious. He was just saying shitty things, but not that shitty,
Right.
I do love the fact that he said that he loves my mom right when they were signing off. And it was right after he said, like, he made like a shitty joke at her expense. And so it's like, you can't make it up, and I love it. And anytime I need a dopamine rush, I just watch him look at my mom with a lot of admiration in his eyes. And
it felt genuine.
And then I ended up just photoshopping a lot of his face on my family photos. Well, sending them to my family.
That's great.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad she survived the conservative wood chipper that is Jesse Waters' television show.
I know my little sister's boyfriend thinks that he made her look like an idiot, though. So I don't know.
There's always that split in the culture,
Yeah.
Right. How did this come about? Like, how did this manifest?
She just got an email that was like, hey, we see you're doing work on climate anxiety. Would you like to come and talk on Fox News? And like, it was a back and forth. My entire family, except me, because I was really into it. Everyone else was like, don't do it. He's going to ruin you. You're going to get death threats. And then I was like, YOLO. And
Jesse fucking Waters.
I know. That's her 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And she ended up, I think she just talked to a bunch of people at the university and they were like, fuck it. You might as well.
Nice.
And yeah.
Well,
it's fun stuff.
Damn.
Oh boy. What was I gonna say? I had something all prepared and now it's completely vanished from my brain. Oh well.
What about Jesse Waters trying to have sex with songs?
Something like that. Yeah.
Something about Jesse Waters fingering or something. Or...
Get in line, Jesse Waters.
What are you reading? My Google searches?
Jesse Waters fingering.
Oh God.
Mhm.
Let autocomplete do the rest.
uh,
Man, oh man.
have you
Well,
guys been?
go
Can I
ahead.
just ask? I think this is a gamer related question. Have you guys been masturbating lately? Because I just feel like I may be wrong, but every time I go up to bat nowadays, I feel a general sense. I feel like in just like this general aura, as if the global consciousness of masturbators. I feel like there's a sense of just dread that's going on right now.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I go up to bat, I'm thinking, what is this even for anymore? I'm just curious about you guys, your
Yeah.
masturbation habits.
Personally, I refuse to masturbate until this Palestine situation's figured out. That's my personal. That's my form of protest.
Mine is always, it's become a lot harder now that I believe in ghosts and my dad died.
Oh my God.
And I just feel like a disappointment.
Oh,
You just feel like
man.
he's watching you.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's always checking
He's-
in at you at that wrong time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Melissa! Ah!
Millicent? Like it's like in Ghost where the guy teaches the main guy. Oh, why can't I think of his name?
Oh, fuck.
From Ghost.
Yeah. It's right there, too. I can't think of it either.
Roadhouse.
Yeah. What the fuck
I
is
don't
his
know, but-
name? Anyway, guy
Patrick
from
Swayze.
Ghost.
Patrick Swayze.
Swayze.
Patrick
Yeah,
Swayze.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
You know, in like Ghost, the other ghost explains to him, he's like, we're ghosts. So like if we want to touch something, we have to like really feel like it takes them so much work to be able to even be recognized in the human world. So I imagine Melisandre's dad like going through these intense trials just to be able to be appearing in the world. And it's just like jerking off. He's like, oh fuck.
Yeah, he's like trying to knock on the door to come in.
Right.
Anybody in here?
Oh, man. That totally would happen, too.
Yeah.
It feels like
yeah.
a total Melisande moment.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I always locked my dad out of the house.
Out of the entire house while you were...
Get out of here, JP.
I'm trying to flick
Masturbating in the whole
bean, Dad.
house.
Did you guys ever do the No Nut November deal? Like I know it's a stupid, but I mean like what kind of fucking freakos would do that? I mean, I guess
Yeah, I don't think I've ever
Christians.
participated in a social media based jerk off movement personally, but no shade to those who have.
You've never been a part of a jerkathlon, dude? No, yeah. Okay. Back to gamer stuff. Sorry. Just had to
No, it's important, a lot of guys out there might be suffering the same issue, and it's good to know you're not alone,
Yeah.
That's
Gaming and masturbation go hand in hand.
I think they do.
Literally.
No pun intended.
Yeah, I think they are basically, married at the hip.
Yeah, for sure.
Now they just got to do VR masturbation simulation.
Have you guys
They
seen
probably already do.
Should we talk about is our cover story the Apple Vision Pro?
I guess so. Yeah, I used a video of it.
Have you seen the pics and stuff and the vids of people walking around with it?
So
No.
ridiculous. There's just
I
like
have to look this up.
yeah, just people walking around in public with giant ski goggles.
Oh.
Multiple driving videos, people with them on in cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Are they all crashing?
No.
It looks like it's really inhibits your peripheral.
You would
Yeah.
think, yeah.
Well, I saw a guy in a Cybertruck, which was like
Yeah.
funny. Like, but they're like, the self-driving whatever.
Yeah.
and then
That
they're
might be the
just
one I used. Yeah, part of me gets it in that I love the idea of editing video on it for work. Just like
yeah,
having an immense screen real estate basically. No way I would spend $4,000 on that. That seems psychotic.
Yeah.
I think it's even more than that actually. But I don't know, maybe version 3, I'll forget how I feel, disgusted by it, and I'll be into it all of a sudden now that it's like, cheaper and not as bulky or whatever.
I
Yeah.
already can't find it in myself to shell out the extra money for just an iPhone. I don't know how I
Yeah.
could for ski goggles.
Totally. The only thing that they hooked me, not hooked, but like piqued my interest was like being able to integrate it with your computer and just like
Yeah.
do stuff with your existing setup is kind of interesting. But
I gotta research. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, it's
I've
not that
been
exciting, to be honest.
okay.
Wait, so you're saying I could hook those up and go on RedTube?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. You could have a wall of red tubes.
Yeah.
You could be like,
Just like,
Ozymandias in Watchmen, sitting at your. Is that who it was? Ozymandias?
Yeah. Wait. Did you see the Apple Vision Pro ad where it was like a theater wherever you sit, and it's the guy in the plane, and he watches Napoleon and gets big? It's just that, but it's like Asa Akira videos.
I made an edit of the initial
Yeah.
the initial like announcement video. I like edited it so it looks like the woman brings up the Unabomber's manifesto.
That's so fucking good. That's so right. I love
silly.
it. People walking around. They're like doing it has like touch commands, right?
Yeah.
They're going
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like they're catching bugs.
yeah.
I've been doing that at work.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Recently. We got a
You
lot
fit
of
right in
replies.
with
Not
the
great.
Vision Pro
But-
community.
Yeah. I'm just practicing for my next pair.
Your new life as a
Mhm.
VR. I don't know. What job would you do in the VR world?
Power washing.
Nice.
I would probably drive truck simulator.
That's sick. Just be like a potter. I think I'd like to be in a little outdoor kiln.
Yeah. You just picture the two like goofy looking hands that you see in VR that are like separated from everything, like fucking with
Karate
just like-
chopping a pot.
Just like this.
like you.
Yeah. It's just like the freesound.org sounds. It's just so real.
Isn't it funny? Oh God! I mean, eventually, remember when there was Guitar Hero, and then those games slowly got more and more advanced till there was one that like came with like an actual like guitar with like partial strings and buttons.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then people started being like, "Why don't you just like get a guitar?" You know, I feel like with VR too, it's like eventually it's like, what are we? It's like you're just looking at a shittier graphics version of like real life, basically, if you think about it.
Well, that's
So
with the
true,
power
bro.
washing too, where it's like you're just escaping from your job to go do another job.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
at least you don't get wet while you do it. Unless you're a little
Yeah.
perv.
Yeah. Speak for yourself,
And-
Melissa.
I guess it's cool. You can teleport anywhere you want, right? You can go to.
I worked at a dispensary, and there was like this custodian guy that would come in and clean. And he was like this crazy guy, self-employed. So it was just like one guy. He looked like a one-man band, but with like vacuums.
Oh, cool.
And he was bragging that like one, he had like multiple degrees in like physics and shit. So like I don't know what he was doing as a custodian, but and I don't know if he was lying.
Sounds like it's
But
just 2024, you know, and he can't get a job.
but he would just talk about how he never took a vacation because he'd just go in his VR headset and like go see Venice. And he was like, I've been working for every day since 2 years ago, but I just go on vacation in my VR headset.
That's the future they want for us.
Yeah, dude.
I think he had enough money. Like he lived out of his van.
Weird.
What's he doing with all that 165 days of work?
Yeah,
money.
for real.
So his van was like the SpongeBob imagination box.
Yeah.
Right? He's just going in there with a VR fucking, I'm in Honolulu, but he's just in like a Sprinter van.
He would like come in and make me perfume too. He had like, it was full of essential oils. Yeah. I love him.
I want to know where those oils are coming from.
Yeah.
I want to know where he's getting those oils.
He'd sing to me every morning.
Sing to you? This guy sounds
every
awesome.
morning. He was amazing. He
sounds
was...
like a character from Zelda. Like yeah.
What's that guy Beetle?
He has like
always
two like vacuum swords on his back or something.
Yeah. He's some cute anime character.
That's really funny. So I had proposed an idea about doing a Gamers Rise Up zine. And you guys seem kind of pumped about it. I think it'd be fun.
I think so.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'll do I'll update the Extremely Live website to add like a Gamers Rise Up section, and then whatever we end up making for the zine, we'll go there too, so people can check it out on the website. Little digital PDF dealio.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I started jotting down some ideas. Kind of would like to try writing like an old-fashioned like Game Informer article or something. That might be fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Drawings. I'd love to see your Spider-Man parody, Sam. If you're down to do it.
I 100%. I'm down. I'm down to do it.
Yeah.
Were you guys Nintendo Power? Did you read Nintendo
I did
Power?
like Nintendo Power. I have every single one downloaded in a PDF if you want, or in a zip file. I've been. What's up? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, they just had like funny, weird, like little like just weird little. I like great magazine. Great fucking.
That's what we need.
Great magazine.
We need a return to the old-fashioned ways.
I was just gonna say we got to implement scratch and sniff somehow.
Ooh, that'd be sick. I like that idea.
Like a gamer's armpit. A page that's like a.
It's just rub an onion on the page. Claim it, scratch and sniff. This sticker site I use just announced they are doing temporary tattoos where you can submit your own art and have temporary tattoos made. That feels like something Gamers Rise Up should exploit in some way.
Oh yeah.
I can't not buy a temporary tattoo every time I go to the laundromat.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna get a whole sleeve one of these days.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I can never leave the laundromat without getting a phone number from
a woman with 2 screaming children.
Every time I see, I cannot resist the elderly matriarch of a laundromat. The woman that's just raised many children, is very old.
Hell yeah.
I swear to God, every single one of those is judging me in the way I separate my whites and colors. Like, there was
That's
a
what
woman that
attracts
was
me.
like, she was staring at me doing this. And I was
Hmm.
like, I don't think I'm doing it wrong. But I guess some major hostility from those women. So I can see why you like them.
Yeah, I don't want to be dominated by them.
Tie
I
me
want to
up
be
with
like
your
shocked by
underwear.
how, yeah, I want to be like shocked by how much weight they can lift. You know what I mean?
Twirl you
It's
around
so
like a princess.
yeah, literally like spin me around like a pizza. You know, they're so fucking strong. Like I always go up there, do a big ass wash and fold with my insane huge laundry load. They just fucking they
Yeah.
can handle it.
I always feel bad when I come in, drop off like a 50-pound bag, and they just roll their eyes. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Laundromat's fun. Good place to hang. Good
Great
place to
place to
set
hang.
up our, hand out our zines to the 14-year-olds
Yeah.
and children.
There are a lot of children at mine.
Yeah. There's always
Oh hell yeah.
it's a large family activity, I guess.
Do you
Yeah.
always drop it off?
It depends. I mostly drop it off. It's more
I
expensive,
should do
but
that.
I figure it works out. I get more work done, you know?
Yeah. Bring in the big bucks.
You gotta spend money to make money. By the way,
This
can I
is why
borrow
we're losing
$18?
If I could just have $74, I would be good for the week for milk and food money.
So
Uh,
depressing.
just my kids and I are so cold, you know. But whatever.
Oh dear. Well, has
Jesus
anybody been
Christ.
gaming? Any film watching? Any movies, comics? What have you been enjoying this week?
I started back up on my Brawl Stars game
Oh
on the
yeah,
iPad.
Oh yeah.
long
It's
running.
yeah, I still am friends with my little sister's high school crush, and he's
Mhm.
still beating me.
Damn.
So
We
I
gotta.
guess I'm not the only one that's playing it consistently.
Yeah,
Mm.
we've got to get you set up so we can destroy this little fucker.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get you,
training.
Marlon.
I wonder, is there any New York City based professional, what's it called, like esports teams? There's got to be, right?
I think so. Yeah,
NYC
definitely.
esports teams. I'm googling top NYC New York esports companies.
You just got to search by unemployment rate.
New York Excelsior. NYXL is an American professional Overwatch esports team based in New York City. So we got an Overwatch team. Did you guys get into Overwatch? That was big for a minute there.
No.
I suck at it. I'm terrible at it. I tried to play with my buddy Ben once, and I played for hours, and I was horrible at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I never even tried it. I tried Fortnite and sucked at that pretty good. Yeah, that's disappointing. That's the only esports team. Why wouldn't you play more than one game? I mean, come on.
I mean, come on. There's probably underground esports teams that are like, on the take.
Hell yeah.
That aren't going to be just a Google search away.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
Underground esports games.
Yeah, with illegal
Yeah.
betting and they get in fights. And there's
definitely some smelly looking dudes playing computer chess under the subway, like doing it for like math. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's fun. It's always good to return to to an old standby. I did the same today. I returned to, or yesterday I was playing. I smoked weed for the first time in a long time.
Oh,
Don't tell anybody.
you dog.
I
Uh-oh.
know. I got a little. I toked a little this weekend, and I fired up Hades. You ever play Hades?
No.
Oh man, that game is fantastic. It's like I don't know what they call them, the roguelites or whatever. The whatever, I don't know. But basically, you're the son of the ruler of hell, and it's all like Greek gods, and you're just trying to get out, make your way out of hell, and it's like one of those games where it's super hard and you die a ton, and then you got to restart and try and do it again, and then you just slowly get stronger and better weapons and build up, and so you can go on longer and longer runs. But,
It sounds kind of like a real life simulator.
exactly. But man, the art's great. The combat is so satisfying. The weapons are all very different, so it's like you can mix up your your playthroughs each time. You can swap out your weapons. You have like boxing gloves that are all super in close combat. And they have a gun that's like far away, and then you have your typical your swords. You have like a cool shield that has blades you can throw.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And I bet it's probably potentially fairly cheap now because I think they're making a Hades 2. But
How old is it?
probably like, I would say at least 3 years at this point. Probably longer. Let me see. Hades. Yes. Hades 2020 roguelike video game. Man, it's so much fun. I think it's on everything too. Like you can play it on anything. Definitely if you like running through a map and fighting bosses and minions and combining boons and buffs and things like that to kind of change up your attack style, that sort of stuff. This game's for you. It's the best of that kind of game I've played for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing that for a solid hour, and yeah, that was my gaming. That was my gaming this week. I've gotten started on my next big illustration. And I've been using some. I got some books to help me learn to paint. I've been rocking this anime architecture book. It's a really
Hey man,
good book.
I wanted to say on that, I loved what you posted on your story, the Orange Flavor Store today with the bug monster.
Yeah.
Was that inspired by that?
It's
that
so this is, I'm using this for reference. It's a background from Akira, and I'm
So
using what's called poster color. I'm gonna attempt. If it comes out like shit, I might do digital, but I'm gonna attempt using poster colors, which they're like in between watercolor and gouache. So they act like watercolor, but you can paint. They're like thick enough that you can paint on top of them. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like it like covers up the previous layer, but then you can just add water and mix them together. I was experimenting with that last night. It was really fun, actually.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you the outline.
I'm a big gouache person.
So the scene is
Love it.
a Godzilla-like background of New York City with
look at that perspective.
Oh my god.
With
that's so sick.
With like jets and shit taking out gigantic mutant red lantern flies. I'm hoping I can communicate that's what they are.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
And I got this other book Tashan or Tashan, or I don't know how you say it, but that fancy art book company had a sale, 50% off. I bought a giant Frank Frazetta
Holy.
art book. He does just like the cool old school fantasy art from
Oh, cool.
Oh,
the
wow.
old days. Draws
Nice.
ripped guys and hot girls and aliens, basically.
All
Which
you
is-
need.
yeah.
The 3 pillars of art.
So when you go to art school, those are the 3 options.
I mean, they do have a lot of tits in art school.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
They're
I'm
everywhere.
excited to. I've never not done a lot of painting in my life, so I'm excited to try and learn that a little more. Do you do painting, Melisande, at all?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I love gouache. I was saying that's my favorite one.
That's cool.
So I'd be interested in yours.
Yeah, I can bring them over. You can use them. They're pretty cool. They're the exact brand they use on the Akira movie. I did my research. They're Japanese poster colors. I guess they're for like production things that are meant to be scanned and then printed.
Yeah.
Because they I guess they're not I don't remember the word, but it's like light safe, I think is the word. They can dim over time because they're not meant to be like the final product.
Yeah.
So they're cheaper than I would imagine gouache.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's the
gouache is
trick.
expensive as shit.
Yeah. So I bought a big box of them. Beautiful colors. They're fun to paint with. So
Do
I'm
they
hoping
come
to
in a
get that
tube?
done. Yeah, it's in it looks and feels like what is it? Oil paint, I guess. And then you can just add water to it. And you can paint with them straight and make it really thick and opaque. Or you can add water and thin it out and it becomes like watercolor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited to experiment with that. And I'm going to ink with a brush too instead of I've been doing the G Pen nib. I did most of orange flavor with that. But I'm going to try painting with a brush just because I figure I'm painting the background, so I might as well paint the ink line too. And I'm doing the blue line method, where you draw it in blue pencil, you ink on top of the blue pencil, and then you set that aside. You can scan it and I'm gonna scan it and print out a copy of it, and then put that behind another piece of paper on my light box, and then I'm gonna paint on a separate piece of paper and then combine them in Photoshop.
Wow.
So you got that painterly background with that comic book art, crisp black outline on everything. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. I was and messed around with it last night. I'm hoping to get that mostly to completion by the end of the week, and then I'm going to sell that as a poster at these upcoming comic book conventions I'm doing in Connecticut and in Manhattan, a couple other spots. But depending on how we get started on this this Gamers Rise Up scene, maybe I can have that on the table as well. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll talk. But I think it's a good idea. I'm excited to excited to do something about video games.
Yeah.
So anything you guys want to do, let me know. And
cool.
I've looked into printing. Wouldn't be crazy expensive if we did just I don't know, 3 or 4 pages a piece or less if you don't want to do that much. And get 100 of them printed. Or just do it old school right off the home printer. Do it zine style, straight old school zine. But I'm down for anything. I think it'd be fun to make something together.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Be so cool.
Hell Yeah.
We could fucking read it at like Big Milk or Secret Third Thing or something.
Hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
We got another subscriber, by the way. Our podcast is just doing gangbusters.
201.
This might be maybe this is a good for my weekly call-in.
Oh, yes.
We just pull it up quick here.
Yeah, Sam each week, someone going through some troubles reaches out to Sam and kind of lays it all on the line for him, and he brings us in, and we all work together to try and help out a stranger with their gaming related issues or gaming culture issues, I would say.
Yeah. And this one is a little more serious than they usually
Oh boy.
usually are.
Oh boy.
It's a guy reaching out because he's had kind of a year, like a multiple year long sex gap in his marriage, and he's wondering if it has something to do with video games. So I'll just read it out. This is user L_Strauss. My story of years of marriage without sex with my wife. I wanted to share my story so that maybe I could help other people who are in this situation where their partner no longer has sex, or at least stops having sex as often. My relationship story starts like any other. We met at work. There's chemistry at the beginning, and soon after we started dating. During the relationship, we had a lot of sex at the beginning. In the first 6 months, it was great fun. Nothing mechanical in the first 6 months. We talked about sexual preferences and a lot of sex. That very sort of open and shameless thing, and innocence, right?
Wow, this guy's living the life so far.
At this point, he's living the life, which is great for a couple because it can demonstrate that this is not taboo for you talking about sex.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But after the first 6 months, the sex we had almost every day, sometimes more than once, became once a week. I was thinking about several hypotheses. He was thinking about several hypotheses of what it could be. The scientific method that us gamers know, because all gamers are scientists. I thought that sex was boring and monotonous for her. And since she liked more different things and I didn't give her much space, I thought about changing that. We did it once. It was good and she really enjoyed it, but it didn't change our sexual frequency. So I thought it might be the contraceptive. So 6 months after she reduced the frequency, she stopped using it and her libido decreased even more. Another thing was that she could be very tired. At the time, she lived alone. And I still lived with my father, so I would go to her house and help her tidy up everything, make food, etc. But one of the big reasons she references is my video game activity. She said it makes her just kind of less attracted to me in general, that I'm having this lack of motivation. He put that in quotes, so I'm assuming he meant it facetiously. And she keeps complaining just about my smell in general.
Oh.
So just what kind of advice would you guys have for me, and like anything I can do to sort of salvage my marriage?
Damn.
So,
I think he answered his own question.
Yeah.
Right at the end.
He knows what's happening.
It's like,
If
she
he's
won't have
mentioning
sex
his
with
smell.
me. Yeah, like she won't have sex with me. I try a lot, but I also smell like shit.
I mean,
I don't know what it is though. Maybe I'm playing too many video games.
Now,
It must not be because I don't wipe.
Now, what about the kind of raw gamer argument of, listen, it's okay to not shower because it's sort of a natural thing, and like some gamers don't have the free time to shower between games. I mean, how do you walk that middle path? Do you make a compromise? Yeah. I mean, is life with a video game hobby that's very serious, does it work in a marriage?
I'll speak, from experience. Marshall's not a gamer. Does not care for games. I've gotten her to play like one or two. Yeah, you kind of have to do it in the off hours,
Right.
like do it in your alone time.
When she's sleeping or when she's
Exactly.
masturbating.
Yes,
That's when you do
exactly.
it.
When she's
Yeah.
begging me to fuck her, but I'm so busy just ripping shit up in Hades that I'm like, there's there's plenty of time for sex, babe. There's
Yeah, you're too
never enough
busy
time.
fucking a video game girl to really make time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's tricky.
You
Yeah,
just gotta-
I don't know. Yeah, this guy. Well, first of all, you probably should. If your partner is complaining that you smell like shit, I would do something about that.
Get a bidet.
Get it,
You don't even have to shower if you have a bidet.
Yeah.
because that's where the stank is coming from generally.
Yeah. And you can always just stick your armpit over the little spout. No, that
This
doesn't
is
hurt
true.
anybody.
The spout shoots up high.
Yeah, real.
You could get some gaming wipes. Are there gaming wipes? You can wipe out your pit, your ass.
That would be an amazing product.
Gaming
Gaming
wipes.
wipes.
Yeah.
I don't
Or
know.
hire like a nurse to come over and give you a sponge bath while you're playing.
Yeah, it sounds like you're asking your wife to do a lot of emotional labor. Maybe you should hire a third party to come in and take care of those things.
Yeah, cut out the middleman, no nurse. Or just hire the nurse to have sex with your wife.
Right. For like,
Problem solved.
Now, was
I
this
mean-
guy saying the sex dropped off after they got married, or it sounded like it's happened immediately when they started dating?
yeah. Let me see.
It's confusing.
I think that he just meant like, oh, I think he meant that he just meant like there's sort of a honeymoon phase that kind of ended,
Yeah.
And
When you're both crazy about each other and you just can't get
Yeah.
enough of each other's holes.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're just in and out each hole constantly, slobbering, noshing on every hole.
Blush.
God, that early that just those first few months of being together, going to town on each other's bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's missing that what is that what there's a type of love that is. That's there's like there's like a chart I've seen of like Eros love or something like that. It's like real passionate and that's when you're really focused on the holes. And then
Right.
you move on to like more of like a interpersonal relationship type love. Like
Yeah.
more-
And then a relationship with your own holes and how to wipe them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are just going to town on each other's holes so much you forgot to clean up your holes.
You've got to clean up those holes. And remember, if you put like a Q-tip in your belly button and it comes out yellow, you need to get in there and scrub.
If it comes out yellow, no sex, my fellow. If it comes out clean, treat your queen.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we need our gamers. We need our gamers healthy. We need our gamers smelling good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2024 is the year of the groomed gamer. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's our blog right there. The groomed gamer.
Have you guys seen like people just posting their like gamer setups, but it's like they're disgusting, like there's trash everywhere, you know? It's like TikToks of people with the TikTok voice being like, "When should I clean my room?" And it's like,
Always
disgusting.
now.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Immediately.
I'd love to see these. You got to get me these.
Yeah, they're really good. It's just like, damn, the festering that goes on in there.
Woof.
If your kid brings a bag of Popeyes into his or her or their room at night, you need to make sure they bring something out. Okay? You can't let a fucking Popeyes bag stay
No.
in.
You're gonna have a squirrel problem. You keep that up, you're gonna have a
Squirrels
squirrel
love
problem.
chicken. They're fiends.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I have
that's
a tangent, but
Go.
so
Tangent way.
fedoras
Mm,
are commonly known as a terrible hat.
right.
Yeah.
And why do I still see guys in fedoras?
I think
And-
everyone who wears a hat is they're thinking they can get away with it. They're like, I'm the guy who can
Yeah.
like,
Coming
rock it.
from a guy with a manga hat.
yeah, that I do not wear outside for obvious reasons.
No, there's one guy that comes into my cafe and every day and he wears a fedora hat and he continues to harass the customers all day. If you sit
Oh no.
anywhere near him, he will talk to you. And I just found out recently he feeds squirrels too. And I don't think he has a job. I don't
Wow.
know. But we
Maybe
all
he's
call
the
him Fedora
inventor
guy.
of the fedora hat.
I really
Yeah.
hope
That's his living
so.
off that fortune. Yeah, a unique hat is hard. You know, like there's that saying, some people wear the clothes, some people are being worn by the clothes.
Yeah.
You
Some
know, where
clothes
you're like
were,
not getting away with it. I went to a haberdashery once. This was like right as things were opening up after COVID, and I was apparently losing my mind and was convinced I should get a cool, fancy hat. And some spot in Williamsburg, and I went in there, and it was immediately clear that I would never be able to pull off
like a fancy hat.
yeah, like an $80, not a fedora, but might as well be like a brimmed old fashioned hat. Like it's
Yeah.
you know, I'd love to be that guy. I'd love to be able to pull it off and look cool.
Well, you can't wear an $80 hat with a $10 t-shirt too.
True.
I think a rule, your clothing has to be more expensive than the hat.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I can pull off a knit hat all right. I like wearing knit hats, but
That's
yeah,
cool.
a brimmed hat it's too bad because those old photos of sweet American men just going about their day in their brimmed hats, they look cool to me. I'd love to be able to rock that. Look like the Spirit. Will Eisner's The Spirit. But
there's a guy that comes in and he always wears a schoolboy or like the newsboy hat, and that it works.
yeah, I've seen people get away with that for sure. I'm just not. I would be second guessing myself the whole time. That's why I can't do it. I would not be able to settle into the role of the guy who wears that kind of hat. I would always be like fiddling with it, embarrassed.
I got a baboosh. I got into a thing. One sec.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, what treat are we about to get?
Maybe I talked about this, but I saw Moonstruck.
Uh-huh.
And I just saw one scene with one old lady in New York that had a little scarf over her head, and I thought that would be my next new identity.
Nice.
So I bought like 5 of these little scarves.
Hell yeah.
Nice. My grandmother used to wear one of those. It's a good look.
It's a really good look also if you don't want to be bothered on the subway going home.
Yeah.
I have like a big scarf and they can only see my eyes. And
You
they
gotta
can see
get,
how
like-
bloodshot they are. And they're like, maybe not this girl. I'll skip her.
You gotta
Those
get
are
like
vapor's eyes.
gotta get like the grandma glasses with like the chain.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah. Yeah, you should go
I
total
do.
grandma core.
I do
Yeah.
have these, which are not grandma
Yeah.
glasses.
Yeah.
They're halfway there for sure. Nice. You should get like a gold cane too.
Ooh. Oh wait, I do have a really bad knee.
Really?
Yeah,
That's scary. You
I
gotta
was a
take care of
punk
yourself.
rocker in my youth, and I tried to crowd surf, and I really fucked it
Oh
up.
shit.
Shit, that's the
And
worst.
so a cane would be pretty cool.
It actually would help me with my mobility.
Yeah. And all I want is pity. I realize this. I just
Yeah.
want people to feel bad for me.
Smart.
Yeah.
My clothing piece of clothing that I think is so sick that I would love to rock, but I just know I can't, is like the Fellowship of the Ring style cloak.
Ooh, I have one of those too.
I love it. Such a cool
They're so
look.
fun.
It's
Hell yeah.
like a nice fall day rocking your cloak with your
I think you got to try it once because I tried it a couple times and I've only gotten compliments. So
yeah.
you got to get a good act, like a thing to go under the cloak, though.
Yeah.
You know? You
Yeah.
can't just wear a tank top.
I gotta go full tuxedo mask from Sailor Moon, top hat, bow tie, cloak,
Yeah.
cane.
Yeah.
Man,
I just love like the Susie Green hats, like from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
what is Susie Green? I don't know this reference.
Or Susie, she plays Jeff Gollins' wife. Another funny hat was my girlfriend was watching Breaking Bad, and she saw like his funny hat that he wears for the first time, but like it wasn't contextualized, so she was just like, "Is this seriously like supposed to like seem cool, like this fucking dumb hat he's wearing?" And he's like walking around like with this like the pork pie thing. Yeah, it looks so bad. I used to date someone whose sibling was dating a dude who's like a fedora guy, and that motherfucker was a gamer. I'm talking the capital G. Motherfucker was literally a dungeon master, which is cool.
Yeah.
That rocks.
It's hot, but not in a fedora.
But I mean, those guys, I mean, they have a confidence, I guess.
But they're on the internet all the time. That's the thing. Like, if you're old, you can wear a fedora because you don't know how that stuff works and you've never heard of an incel. But if you know, because they're probably being called incels and they still don't realize that they're just wearing the uniform. Like, if you look like you're wearing a Target uniform at Target, people are going to talk to you like you work at Target. And that's your fault, not theirs.
Right.
Sorry, I got emotional. I hate this guy.
No. That's the thing that's so funny is if you are a single, like a kid who doesn't have an older brother, then you're going to use anime as your older brother. You know what I mean? And it's like they see those heroes. Well, you know what's so weird is I don't see anime characters with fedoras. You know what I mean?
No.
So I don't understand where that's the disconnect. Because I would understand if like the guy from Bleach wore it. Maybe they are wearing fedoras, but I just don't. But yeah, it's definitely like a weeb guy thing.
I think it's just a shortcut to standing out. Like you know what I mean? Like if you're in your small town, and there's a fedora at Walmart, like. You're going to be you want to be the dude who has that hat in that town because you want to fucking you're just trying to make an impact, man.
You're trying to make friends. Be a rude boy.
Yeah. That's my guess. I bet you there's fedoras at Walmart. I'm going to guess that.
Yeah.
That feels true.
I mean, where are they getting them if not Walmart? Or a haberdashery.
I remember there's a kid who would wear a fedora, but like only like after school and at like band events and stuff. So
he knew he'd get bullied.
Well, it's so funny. It's so funny too because I interpret it that way, but I also interpret it as him being like, "Oh, this isn't the right place. I'm not, at the." Like he's like some super formal, like orthodox dude. He's like, "Oh well, I'm out with I'm out courting my wife, so yeah, I have my hat." at my town had, but they're like in 6th grade. It's so fucking weird. Yeah.
How about vests? Do vests?
Oh yeah, I
fall
mean it
into
goes
the...
right with it.
Yeah.
That was such a look
Yeah.
in like the mid 2000s of like the vest with the fedora.
Mm-hmm.
And now if you wear a vest, you're just a waiter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you wear a vest in any other context, you're absolutely a valet, you're a waiter.
Like a hot waiter,
Yeah.
but a waiter.
Yeah.
Professional. You're making
Yeah.
good tips. But
Right.
yeah.
I had a
man.
cafe growing up, and all of the guys were supposed to wear vests, and it was my favorite cafe. So
I mean,
There's
a good look.
It's it's not a bad thing to try and look sharp, but it's tricky because you can look like you're cosplaying as like like I'm a serious adult. Look, I'm for real, but it doesn't
for real,
read or you can't sell it. It's man, that's hard.
Yeah.
I get it though. I get the desire to have cool clothing and you look unique. I do understand it, but yeah.
I would rather they just wear a feather boa. If you want attention, there's nothing more attention grabbing than a feather boa.
This is true.
Or some nice glitter.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see a guy in glitter, but no.
Just a glammed out guy.
Yes.
Go full Bowie.
Did you guys have like an army surplus wearing kid in school?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a whole thing.
No, I knew they're good people. I knew one of them. He's but yeah, there's like levels of it too. Because I had one friend who did that, but just in like 6th grade, and then it was over. But then I had no other motherfuckers that like it was a career thing for them. They were like a full-time fake high school soldier, like a full-time
monitoring the hallway.
Yeah. They're just
but
like
crouched behind a trash can.
It's like running around looking like a character from like Dawn of the Dead or something.
That's funny. Did you guys have any phase like that where you were like a scene kid or goth, or where you just had like the whole outfit that told the world exactly what you were? And
I wore skirts over jeans.
Nice.
Which was never a good look. But
I think I got my dorkiest was probably like 14, and I was super into Dragon Ball Z. Literally anything that had like Japanese lettering on it, I was like, this is awesome. And like any like sort of any kind of like gaming related graphic tee I would get real excited about.
Yeah.
That was kind of my that's as bad as I think I got. Yeah. I didn't go full like goth or anything like that, but there were those kids. Those kids were around.
Oh, there you go.
I hung out with them, but I didn't like become one. I hung out with emo motherfuckers, and we listened to a lot of My Chemical Romance together, but it was I never like adopted the look.
Yeah.
Because I was
I wanted nothing more than an emo girl haircut, but the great clips near my house didn't know how to do that. And my mom wasn't going to shell out $200 for something. So
you ladies are getting screwed with the haircuts. I was blown away when my wife told me how much one of her like nice haircuts cost.
Oh my god.
You could buy a gaming console.
And then you got to tip the person too. It's like getting a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That's why I just have this, because it's just 2 different levels of straight line. And I'm like, give scissors to someone with eyeballs and it'll work out.
That's smart.
Because I looked up, like, to get this, it would have been like more than $100.
Yeah.
and I did it for free, and it's not terrible.
Looks great.
Looks
Thanks.
great.
Yeah, maybe I should make Marshall cut my hair. I'm desperate need of a haircut, but like, I'm sure there's cheaper options, but like every like cool Brooklyn guy haircut place around here is like $50, which
Oh,
is
yeah, it's
or
outrageous.
more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had a guy. I have actually a funny haircut story. There's a guy on Avenue B that cut hair for like $17,
There you go.
Mhm.
and I would just tip him like $20, and it was like $40, and it was usually it was fine. But one day he absolutely fucked me, and I had no idea for like until my girlfriend eventually told me. She said, "You know, you look like Matt Damon from The Last Duel." And if you remember that poster, he has this outrageous like bowl cut thing. And the
Oh.
guy basically gave me like a bowl cut, like full on.
man.
I can't even really replicate it, but it was insane, and I had no idea. And I was like a visiting artist for my friend's class at the new school, and I had no idea that I looked like fucking like Devo or something. Like I had completely ridiculous. I had like what looked like some sort of artsy Andy Warhol kind of cut.
Yeah.
Something that looked like it was intentionally done because it was so insane. And then I had to go to like I had to bite the bullet and go to like exactly what you described, Mike, like a place
Yeah.
in like Williamsburg that was like called like Cotter Pin something.
Yeah, exactly. Where you get a free drink and it's so stupid.
And
Yeah.
it's just a butch lesbian that does it.
Yeah,
Often.
oftentimes yes. But yeah, the kids probably thought I was such a fucking clown. They're like, dude, look at this fucking moron. He thinks he's so smart and like telling me how to use it.
Did I ever tell you about my stint that I did with a monk haircut?
No.
Yeah, I went crazy and I gave myself a monk haircut, like one of the ones where it's a circle around your head here.
Oh my god.
I don't know if you can see it, but it is.
Oh my god.
I had it for like a month.
That's wild.
And I mean, it was mid mental breakdown, so it makes sense. But I got a lot of looks, and I'm so surprised I still got laid. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
What can I say? Guys are desperate.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yes.
That's funny. I did that. Not like the full monk, but my brother, when I was a little kid, cut my hair to look like I was balding, like a Picard, basically.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a good time. I've been fantasizing about just buzzing it, but the wife absolutely does not want me to.
Yeah.
Likes my hair.
It's good hair.
You got great waves, great thick waves.
Luscious locks.
Thick waves. Yeah, it's time though. It's getting in my eyes when I draw. It's annoying. I don't know how to really
like the classic emo, like, oh fuck.
Yeah, totally. I don't know how to like navigate having long hair.
Get a
I did it one
headband.
year.
Yeah, you got to get the thing that just pushes it up.
That's what I do, but then my bangs start going like
Yeah.
up, and I look like a goddamn fool.
Like quirky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that better than an idiot.
Oh, well,
We did not talk a lot about gaming.
no, but that's okay.
What was last video game question? What was that one that we played a long time ago with the cards that you just stack?
Oh,
Because I've been thinking.
Stacklands.
Okay, I've been thinking about that game a lot.
Yeah, that game is super fun. I was imagining getting a few more Nintendo Switch controllers and having you guys over for like a in-person podcast, but also I really want to play this Shredder's Revenge Turtles game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like one we could like beat in a day.
Oh my
I'm
god,
down.
that'd be such a fun challenge.
Yeah. Sick. Yeah, we gotta execute on some of these plans we're making.
Wait, we all have Switches though. Does that work?
Oh yeah, you have a Switch.
I have a Switch.
I don't have a Switch.
Okay.
But yeah, we could you could bring your controllers over. We can play on my TV. Do you guys have a TV, Milson? Have you broken down and got
No.
one? No.
I'm thinking of selling my bike come summer and then just getting a TV.
Nice.
I don't use my bike.
I know. I have a bike. Yeah, it's
I'm
right behind me.
scared.
I should ride it. I haven't ridden in a long time. It is a little scary.
And I don't like being sweaty.
Yeah.
I have enough BO as is. I don't need more of it in my life.
Yeah.
Boy.
I gotta get
And
back
wearing
to
a
it.
helmet's lame. Sorry.
Mm,
True.
True.
When my first bike got stolen when I was a kid, they trashed the helmet in the street. It was like a mob hit. It was fucking crazy.
Wow.
Like my helmet was in pieces as if like someone shot me in the head while I was wearing it.
Oh,
Wow.
And then some kid was like, "Looks like you didn't lock up your bike."
Fucking dumb.
Sorry.
man. He was definitely in on it.
And
He
it
did
like
it.
Winona,
Lookout.
Minnesota. Oh yeah.
Man, I haven't got my bike stolen. Something happened with my bike. I think maybe someone took a wheel or something. Yeah, I had my wheels stolen.
Oh,
It's annoying.
When
that's demoralizing.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, we lived in like the middle of a bunch of frats because we lived like in campus, like near campus. And so all of our crimes were just stupid crimes where like my bike would get stolen, but then I would like walk in the next door neighbor, like it was just in the next door neighbor's house, like porch,
Right.
where
Yeah.
like we had these furniture sets on our porch and people would steal them, but you would see it like a block down on the top of their car. Like, because they were like, oh, it's too heavy. Like, I don't want to have to deal with that. So it was all these like things where I'm like, you're so bad at this. And I just like took it back. And so I got it stolen, my bike stolen a lot, but I always retrieved it.
That's funny.
That's good.
It's like drunk
Yeah.
college kid pranks.
Oh,
It
yeah,
feels
totally.
like.
It's like some asshole that thinks it's funny to ride a little girl bike with glitter tassels around the neighborhood.
Yep.
College is such a fucking. I just remember like walking kind of in some crowd, like as I was my first year of college, like just following dudes around, just like walking around, you know, the neighborhood. Everyone's hammered, and then at some point, it's all fun, but then at some point, one of the most rowdiest like jock dudes in the front, like just started like throwing glass bottles and kind of just started to become sort of like ape-like, kind of like breaking shit and like screaming.
God.
And then it just is like, what it's just this raw cesspool of pubescent energy. Not good.
Mhm.
Yeah. There was a lot of unrecognized frats at SUNY Oneonta to the point where what's his name? Todd Phillips, director. There's like an infamous documentary about Oneonta frats that are it's unclear how real it is. Like it looks like some of it was staged, but it's actually really a fun watch. It's he's the dude who directed Joker, and
Oh yeah,
it's Todd something, right? Todd Phillips.
Todd Phillips.
Yeah. So he filmed and I believe edited this documentary. I think it's just called Frat. Todd Phillips.
Mhm.
Frat.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's set in in my college, and it's worth watching. I think I found it on YouTube once.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's like they're basically gangs. I don't know how it is now, but there
Yeah,
were like
it's
at least 3 frats that literally just existed to fight each other. Like
God.
that's
Yeah.
the whole activity. Is like if you join this frat, we hate that frat, and if we see them at the bar, you have to fight them. And that
Oh
was
my God.
that
God.
was the like a friend got caught up in it, got his ass kicked because I guess he was like flirting with one of those guys' girlfriends, and then they all like came around and beat the shit out of him.
Oh
Like
my God.
it was yeah, a bit much.
My
Yeah.
school had like a funny. It was Hamlin University, St. Paul, and like pretty much everyone that went there was like a smelly person who like stayed in their room and watched anime kind of vibe. And they at one point had like a fraternity, like they had two different fraternities, and like they had like two different like male fraternities, whatever. And one of them was like kind of rowdy, and the other one was like a nerd sort of based frat kind of. And the rowdy one, they like did some kind of hate crime in the 80s or some shit, or
Oh
like got in
God.
trouble doing some like did some kind of bad shit, and that frat got dissolved. And then I was working for like the school paper or something because there's like a part of this I needed to do it for some credit or some bullshit. And I was interviewing this kid who's like trying to start the old frat back up, and he was a big, like Trump guy, and he's like, yeah, a lot of people I can't talk about this too because like I don't feel safe on campus because I'm a Trump supporter and like
Oh my God.
and his whole thing was like he wanted to resurrect this like racist ghost frat.
It's like, I just really want to commit a hate crime, but I want it to be organized.
Because the current frat is just the nerdy one, and they literally like play Magic the Gathering.
That's the only frat I want.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah, that's dark.
Wow. Yeah, that is a little dark.
And
I
on
guess
that
no
note-
darker than like my violence-based college.
Yeah.
Word. I'm about petered out over here. How you guys doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to shoot
ghost-
tonight, Sam?
Yeah, I got to shoot the last little part of our club video.
Oh, with
Oh
Whitley?
yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little quick scene outside of the
Nice.
Cobra Club. You can shoot
Oh,
with
sick.
Danielle Clark Fisher.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, should be cool. I hate shooting so much, but
Dude,
should be
me
great.
too. I'm over
You're
it.
so good. You're so good at it.
Oh,
I mean,
I appreciate it, but God, making videos is just so much fucking work.
Yeah.
And it always feels like just nonstop, like, well, this is what we got. Fuck it. You know? Like,
Yeah.
it's always that
Compromising.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, but it's club video. Thank God for club video, though, because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't be having any fun doing it. Because it's fun to make that shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. It is fun to like show an audience what you've made. That's for sure.
Yeah, and like it was a cool.
Fast and magical.
Yeah, there's a cool philosophy of like getting people to make more stuff too, and like having a deadline and
Yeah,
Yeah, deadlines are important.
for sure.
and you know we got this guaranteed audience each time, which is sick.
Yeah.
So
And they're
cool.
not
There's something else like-
YouTube comments, so they actually have to say nice things.
That's right. That's right.
This is true. Well, I say let's wrap this up. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's
All
do it.
right. If you enjoyed what you heard, go to extremely.live/donate. Become a contributor. Support us. Help us get a little fund built up. We could start buying indie games with and reviewing things. That'd be fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
We need to all get the Google Apple Vision Pro so we can.
Hell
Yes.
yes.
We gotta
know?
get Micah that fancy hat.
Yeah.
And my cloak, my weird hat, my Vision Pro. No
We're all
one can
gonna
hurt
be
my
looking
feelings
so-
in here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, $10 or more. We'll read whatever weird shit you write us at
That's right.
extremelylivepod@gmail.com. Melisande, you have anything you want to share? Anything you're working on? Any new houses? Any new paper
No,
houses?
I started now with the drip guys. they're little guys that have a lot of drips on them.
Ooh, also on paper.
hell yeah.
It's like gouache.
Oh, cool.
So I got like
What?
dudes that are
Oh.
dripping.
That's sick.
My little sister hates this one.
Did she have trypophobia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one's my favorite.
That's cool.
They're all kind of like a little sexy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But-
It's like little Mr. Meeseeks, but like, like he's posing for Vogue.
Mhm.
That's cool.
So-
Yeah,
You should
awesome.
slap some HP and MP numbers on there. You got yourself a card game, baby.
Ooh.
Straight up. Straight up.
How about you, Sam? You got your video. What else?
We
is up?
got, well, I also technically this year will hopefully be, submitting or releasing, I guess I should say, my first feature-length documentary
What? That's awesome.
called For What It's Worth. It's about an antique dealer in St. Paul, Minnesota. And hopefully, if it gets into anywhere, it'll have some kind of cool release life. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be working on.
Sick. That's cool. Keep us
Yeah.
up to date. I'll check
Mhm.
it out.
Well, it's not gamer related, but it
the
does
game
involve.
of-
It does involve like a presence of a father who's disappointed. So that next.
Yeah, that's a similar vibe for sure. Very cool. You can check out the comic book I made at orangeflavor.fun. Check it out. It's a good time. More stuff coming soon. I'll be previewing and showing off this poster once I get a little further along. Yeah, that's all I got to say, I think. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. We'll be back.
Thank you,
next
gamers.
week. Peace. Peace.
Peace be with you.
Adios.